What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. On this episode, I'm going to show you how to make your own stain. It's pretty cheap, pretty easy, so stay tuned. Everything involved in this DIY costs less than $10, so it's freaking awesome. And we love awesome, we love cheap, we love easy. So let's get started on what you need to do this project. First, you're going to need some distilled white vinegar. I bought a gallon of it just because it was $3, and why not? You can screw up a lot or play around with it a lot, and yeah, it's $3. Then you're also going to need some steel wool, ultra fine, and this comes with 12 pads, and this was only $3. And then you're going to need some sort of a container. This jar was like $2.50, has a lid so you can use the stain later, and also it protects from the smell when it's fermenting and everything. And then to go with this, you'll probably need a nice ice cold Coors Light, because when you're doing your own little projects, enjoy yourself. Let's get started. So this is literally as easy as it gets. So just open up the jar, go ahead and take some steel wool. Now, working with the steel wool, you're going to want to cut it up, or I just tear it apart like this. And then the more steel wool that you put in here, the darker the stain is going to be. Also, you probably want to wear gloves. I'm okay, but you don't want to smell like vinegar. And there's like an oil from the factory on the steel wool, so if you want to wash that, you can, but it's no big deal. So we're just going to throw in, this is only one pad, throw that in there like that. Go ahead and grab the distilled white vinegar, and then we're just going to pour it to the top. Just like that. So this is going to make quite a bit, and I mean, it goes a long way. But you can already see it starting to react a little bit. See if we can get it on video. It's starting to react. But now all you're going to have to do is just let it sit for about a day, and then it'll break it all down, and then you'll have some stain. So we'll just go ahead and set this over here, put the lid on. Don't put the lid on all the way, but just leave it cracked, just so that the gases can escape the jar. And then we'll let it sit for a day or two. The longer you let it sit, the better, or not the better, but the darker your stain's going to be. Alright, so this has had some time to sit, and as you can see, it's reacted, and it looks clear here, but you give this puppy a little shake, you got some nice dark stain brewing in there. So now we'll open it up, and then we'll go ahead and paint some on some wood, see what it looks like. So we'll go ahead and open it up, and we have a piece of wood here that I just had laying around in my garage. Now, all of the steel wool is kind of towards the top. What you can do is, if you want to pour it into another container, you can actually just take it, put a strainer on the top of the another jar, and then strain it. But I don't really care. It's okay. Doesn't bother me. So we'll just go ahead and paint this on here. Now when you paint it on, it looks pretty clear. Don't be alarmed, because it's not clear. You just set that on there, let the wood react, and with some time it'll give it some color.
A few moments later.
So it's been about 3 minutes now, and as you can see, it's already getting darker. But it's looking good, right? So here's a test piece that I did a little while ago. That this is all dried now, and we did it on this side also. This side I actually used a roller. Let's see if we can get it focused. And this side I used a paintbrush. Now both sides they look good, but I kind of liked the way the roller actually looked. It's a little bit better. But that's just to give you a little bit of an idea of how dark it is, or can be. So another trick that you can do, you know, since it's so dark, if you want a little bit lighter or a lot of bit lighter, this is super concentrated. So you could even pour this into another jar or another container, and then you can even dilute it with hydrogen peroxide, which you don't want to put a lot in there, maybe about a tablespoon of it, and that'll make it a lot lighter. Or you can even just put in more vinegar and then dilute it. And a little bit of update, it's been about 7 minutes now, and it's getting even darker. So once it's all dried and everything, let's pretend like this is your actual piece that you've painted. You'll want to put like an oil-based clear on it, like a penetrol or something like that, and then it'll protect it and it'll make it nice and shiny and look good. Now I will add, whenever you're doing this, make sure that you do a couple test pieces, figure out the combination that you want before you actually paint your whole project, because it could be a disaster. You don't know, you know. So do a couple test pieces, test the wood, test everything before you do your final project, because you don't want to ruin it. You don't want to spend all that time building whatever, or, you know, because backtracking and having to sand it all off or whatever is going to be a big pain in the butt. So was that a quick and easy enough video for you? I sure hope so. I hopefully solved the issue or problem or whatever you're looking for. That's what I'm here for. So if you like what I do here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, comment on the video. I love it. I hope you guys come back for more. So with that being said, peace out.